ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु, सहनौ भुनक्तु, सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै, तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे। ओम श्री हयग्रीवाय नमः। ओम श्री वल्लभा समेत श्री महागणाधिपतये नमः। So we were in the topic of, you can see, Atmanah jnapti-rUpatve shrutyAdi-upapattih. So we are saying Atma is jnapti swarupaha. The Vishishtadvaitins are saying Atma is a jnata, is a knower, and it is not jnana swarupa. So this is the main argument here. Now in this context, we were having a discussion that how can this jnata not be the Atma, because we have the experience that aham janami, I know, I am the knower, like that only. Everybody takes oneself. That is natural also, correct? So aham janami, like that the pratiti is there, the cognition. Everybody cognizes oneself as a knower. Therefore, Atma should be knower, jnata. Now, once it is said like this, we also point out that, but we also have pratiti like aham krishaha, aham sthulaha, aham kanaha, aham badiraha. All these, so many things. Aham is associated with the physical body, the indriyas, actions. Because I am the goer, I am the walker. All these things are there. Correct. With reference to gamanam, also aham is associated. So even the Vishishtadvaitins and Dvaitins have to say that these things are avidya or bhrantihi, correct? These things are due to avidya or bhrantihi, because it is not true for them also. Atma is not deha, even though the Atma is located in the deha. So the deha becomes a locus of your self-identification, but still the body itself is not the self for them also. The jiva is separate. Jiva is the dehi or the indweller of the body, and that jiva actually exists separately from the body and also can take another body, correct? Deha vyatirikta atma, dehantara sambandhi atma. These two things, even the Dvaitins and Vishishtha Dvaitins have to accept. So now we are saying, like the cognition, aham sthulaha, aham krishaha, all these things, body-based cognitions, which you also accept is Bhranti. Similarly, aham janami also is only a Bhranti. It is only due to tadatmya adhyasa that aham janami is there, but the Jnatritvam and all is part of only Yushmat Pratyaya or this cognition, correct? It is not really aham artha. It is all part of this only. So we saw here tatha indriya prana mano buddhayaha idam pratyaya vishayaha eva. So all these things are really idam pratyaya only. Whether it is the sense organs or the prana or the mind, intellect, everything is part of this cognition only. Because whatever is happening in all these things is evident to me. I am only the knower of all these things. Therefore, I cannot be whatever I know, I am not that. So that much you have to accept. So we explained this. So all these things are nothing but like taking the Rajju as Sarpa or Sarpa as Rajju. Both ways, Anyonya Adhyasa is there. So only due to Adhyasa, one takes oneself as a knower. Otherwise, knower also is really, you have to say, is antakarana dharma. Now, once we say this, they come back and make a differentiation between aham krishaha and aham jnata. So he is now saying, nacha aham krishaha iti vat aham jnata iti na brantihi iti vachyam. So this is what he is saying. So now we are saying you cannot say that no, aham krishaha is avidya, branti, but aham jnata is yathartha jnanam. It is the reality. It is not erroneous cognition. Like this, you cannot say, we are saying. Na vachyam. Why? Yata deha tadatmya adhyasat atmanah krishatvam tata antakarana tadatma adhyasat jnatirtvam api iti avisheshat. So there is no difference between the two, correct? There is a deha tadatmya adhyasa, because of which atma is taken as fat or thin and all that. Similarly, there is a adhyasa between antakarana and atma, correct? So there is antakarana tadatmya adhyasa. There is a mutual superimposition of atma and the internal organ or antakarana, and due to that only the atma is supposed to have, or atma becomes the knower. Okay, because actually the knowership belongs to the antakarana, but it is taken as atma dharma. So jnatritvam and krishatvam both are due to adhyasa. There is no difference in that. So avishesha. Now once we say this, what they come back and say, but Shruti itself is saying atma is jnata and all that, correct? Nanyad atosti drashta and all that. Shruti is there. Brihadaranyaka Shruti is there. Nacha shrutyadi-upapattih atmanah jnatritvam pramana bhutim iti vachyam. So again, what they are saying, shrutyadi-upapattih atmanah jnatritvam pramana bhutam, they are saying. See, the Shruti itself is revealing the atma as a drashta, etc., or a jnata. And Shruti Pramana, then you will go against if you say that Atma does not have Jnatritvam. That also you cannot say, we are saying. Na Vachyam. Why? The argument we are giving is Vyavaharika Jnatritvam Anuvadanti shrutyadayaha Atmanaha iti. So wherever Atma is talking about this Atma as a Jnata, Drashta, etc., it is only going along with the Vyavahara. And that is again Apavada is done. Okay. So initially we have to take that the Shruti is going along with whatever you are taking yourself, and then it does apavada of that, it will negate it. Okay, or it is a part of the deliberate superimposition and negation methodology which the Shruti is using to teach. Like that also we can take. So Vyavaharika Jnatritvam Anuvadanti Shrutyadayaha Atmanaha iti. So otherwise, how can the same Shruti say that this jnanam is Atma Swarupa? So that also is asking. Katham anyatha jnanam eva Atma Swarupam iti te bruyuhu. So the Shruti is also saying this Atma is Prajnanam, Satyam Jnanam Anantam, Vijnanam Anandam. All these things are used to reveal this Atma. So the Atma Swarupa is revealed by the Shruti as Jnanam only. So the same Shruti cannot say both. Okay, once we say this, what? And also we further say what? Yushma bhischa abhyupetaha hi saha amshaha. So you also accept, because you talk about this jnana dravyam and all that, which is the dharmi bhuta jnanam. So you are also in one way accepting that. So why are you actually resisting this? That is the question here. You people also accept this part of the Shruti. So therefore what? Tasmad aham krishaha ityatra eva. Ityatra eva it should be, I think. Aham janami ityatrapi aham shabdartah yushmadartah eva. So, like even the aham krishaha, where you say that Atma is really the Krishaha is basically Yushmadartham. Similarly, Aham Janami also you have to say there also the Aham Shabda is basically pointing out to only something which is this, which is not really I or self. So therefore what Yushmadarthasyapi Aham Pratyaya Vishayatvam tu Bhranti Prayuktam, and this is due to only Bhranti or delusion or erroneous cognition. Whatever is this is taken as I, which is the fundamental adhyasa we talk about, correct? So that is there. Nobody can deny that. Yatha rajoho api sarpa pratyaya vishayatvam iti sankshepaha. So like even taking the rajju as sarpa, this kind of adhyasa is there. You cannot deny the adhyasa. Okay. Then what? Yaduktam Ramanujena aham arthasya jnatuhu atmanas chaitanya swabhavata hi swayam prakashatvam iti yaccha uktam sudarshanena chetana jnanam tadbhavascha chaitanyam jnanatvam tad swabhavaha tad gunakaha atma iti tad ubhayam ayuktam. Okay, now we are taking some other claims made by Ramanuja and Sudarshana. So Ramanuja is saying aham arthasya jnatuhu. So aham artha, that which is the meaning of I, which is the knower, jnatuhu, and which is also the atma, atmanaha, chaitanya swabhavata is there, he is saying. So this atma is having the swabhava. Here for them swabhava means it is having the dharma of chaitanya. Okay, swabhavata means there is a dharmi who is having this swabhava of chaitanya. That's what they are saying. So having this jnanam or chaitanyam as the dharma, only this atma becomes swayam prakash also. So whatever is swayam prakashatvam we say, for the atma it is coming because atma is having this chaitanya as the swabhava. This is what Ramanuja is saying. Okay. So atma as chaitanya swabhavata, and that alone is really swaprakashatvam also for them. Okay. Or jnanatvam and swaprakashatvam are one and the same. Like this he is saying. And jnanatvam is a dharma of atma. And Sudarshana also confirms that. Okay, he is saying Yacha Uttam Sudarshanena Chetana Jnanam. So Jnanam is Chetana. And Tad Bhavaha means that ness. Bhave Pratyaya means what? Bhavaha means ness of something. So you have cow, cowness means that is the bhava. Correct? So here Tad Bhava Chaitanyam. Okay, the shenj pratyaya can come in the bhavartha. So Chetana and then Vriddhi happens. So that becomes Chaitanya. The Chetana becomes Chaitanya. So Chaitanyam is nothing but Jnanatvam. And that Jnanatvam is there as the Swabhava. Means here Tad Gunakaha. He is making it very clear. Swabhava means here it is not Swarupa for them. Understand that. It is only a Gunakaha, Jnana Gunakaha. Or Jnanatvam is the Gunam which Atma has. Like even Neelatvam is the Gunam Utpalam can have. Correct? Neelotpalam, if we say blue flower or blue lily, means that lily has blueness as a dharma or quality. Like that Atma has Chaitanya as a quality. So tad gunakaha Atma iti, tad ubhayam ayuktam. So whatever both these people are saying, both are not tenable, not proper. Why? Because what? Ghatasya ghatatvam iva jnanasya jnanatvam gunaha iti kritva jnanatva gunakaha atma jnanameva syaditi katham swaishta jnatra atma siddhihi. Okay. So here if you say, it is like saying gatasya gatatvam, he is saying part has partners. So jnana has jnanatvam as guna. It will become like that, he is saying. Because atma also is jnanam and it has jnanatvam as gunam. Means it doesn't make any sense. In fact, it will lead to all kinds of problems. And this Atma itself is Jnanam. Shruti is revealing that, you cannot deny that. And you also accept Jnana Dravyam and all that. And that Jnana itself has Jnana as Guna again. Means it doesn't make any sense. In fact, uh, also whatever you want to establish is Atma as a Jnata, correct? Swaishta Jnatra Atma Siddhi Katham, then how can it become Jnatra if it has Jnanam as a Guna? It cannot become Jnatra, it cannot become the knower. So like this, once we say this, so here they can argue, no, the Swabhava is really Swarupa. And Sudarshana only has interpreted the Swabhava as a Tad Gunakaha. If you say like that, that means Sudarshana is really having Durdarshanam, he is saying. This is his way of writing. Okay, Yaditu Sudarshanam Durdarshanam Kritva Ramanuja Bhashyagata Chaitanya Swabhavata Padasya Jnana Gunakatvam Ityartha Arthaha Upavarnyate Tarhi Chaitanya Swabhavasya Atma Kim Rupaha. Okay, now let us say no, this Swabhava is taken as Tat Swabhavaha is taken as Tat Gunakaha by Sudarshana. That is not correct. Whatever Ramanuja meant in his Bhasha is something different by saying it is the Chaitanya Swabhavata is there in the Atma. If you say like that, okay, even if you say like that, then tell me what is this Chaitanya Swabhava for you, okay? When you say Atma is Chaitanya Swabhava, in one way, in fact, we don't generally in normal usage, we don't make a differentiation between Swabhava and Swarupa, correct? Both are generally taken as one's nature only. So, if you say Sudarshana only has taken it as Tat Gunakaha, now you tell me what is this Chaitanya Swabhavasya Atma, Kim Rupaha? Okay. So, Atma which has Chaitanya Swabhava, it is of with what nature then? Now, if you say already it is Chaitanya Rupaha, na Chaitanya Rupaha, why Chaitanyasya Atma Swabhavatvena Atma Swarupatva Bhava. Okay, you people still maintain that Swabhava is different from Swarupa, correct? So, it cannot be this Atma which is having Chaitanya Swabhava itself cannot be Chaitanya Rupa. Okay, because whatever this Chaitanya, you are proposing it as Atma Swabhava, then it cannot become Swarupa. So if it is not Chaitanya Rupa, then there is only one option, correct? Atma will be Jada Rupaha. But even that you cannot say, correct? Na Jada Rupaha vai Gatadi Taulya Apattehe shrutyAdi-upapattih. You cannot say it is Jada also. Then it will become like Gatadi, etc. And it will go against the so many Shruti Vakya, which is revealing this Atma as Jnana. So what will you do now? You tell me, once you say Atma is Chaitanya Subhava, what is the Swarupa of this Atma? That only you people cannot establish. Okay, once we say this, what now they are coming in from a different angle. He is saying, Nacha Atmanas Chaitanyam, Swarupam Swabhavascha iti Vachyam. They are saying it is both. Why can't it be both Chaitanya Swarupa also and Chaitanya Swabhava? In fact, in their Siddhanta, that is what they actually talk about. They talk about a Dharmi Bhuta Jnanam, which is Swarupa Jnana for them. Then there is also a Dharma Bhuta Jnanam, like that two Jnanam they talk about. So it can be both, he is saying. So Chaitanya can be both Atma Swarupa and it is also Atma Swabhava or Dharma. Atma Swabhava means we have to take it as Swadharma. Why can't it be both? They are asking. Means you cannot say that. Why? Ekasyeva Chaitanyasya Swarupatva Swabhavatvayoho Ayogat. So we are saying the same thing cannot be both its Swarupa and Swabhava. Means Swabhava means here quality we have to take. The same thing cannot be both its nature or very constituent of it and it cannot be a quality also. It cannot be both. It is not possible. It's not tenable. Why? Nacha Atmana Swarupa Bhuta bhutat chaitanyat swabhava bhutam chaitanyam bhinnameva iti vachyam. So now, even if we say like this, they are saying it is not eka, now they are saying. So we said that ekasya eva chaitanyasya, same chaitanya cannot be both the swarupa and swabhava. Once we say this, they are saying no, no, the swarupa chaitanya is different, swabhava chaitanya is different. So it is not ekasya eva. Like this, now they are saying. Okay. So nacha atmanaha swarupa bhuta chaitanyat swabhava bhutam chaitanyam bhinnameva iti vachyam. So now they are saying the swarupa bhuta chaitanya and swabhava bhuta chaitanya are different. They are bhinna. If you say like that, you cannot say that also. Why? Chaitanya dvaya kalpanasya vyarthatvat apramanatvat gaurava gaurava avahatvat cha. Okay, three problems are there. That two Chaitanya or two Jnanams you are doing now, you are imagining, you are proposing. Now it is Vyartha, we are saying. It is useless. In fact, when only one Chaitanyam is good enough to explain everything, why do we require two? In fact, this is what Bhashyakara in the Brihadaranyaka Bhashya in one place with reference to the Apurva. There is an argument that Purva Mimamsaka says, Purva Mimamsaka doesn't accept Ishvara as the Karma Phaladata. So they have to propose one Apurva. Otherwise, whatever karma you have done now, its phala cannot come later, correct? Because Swarga phala does not immediately come. You have done Vaidika karma now, but you are going to enjoy the phala later. Then how this karma which you have done now can give phala later means they say there is something called Apurva, which will then give you the phala later. So they propose something called Apurva. And they don't, then they can become Nirishwaravadi. They don't even have to accept. Karma itself gives everything. We don't require Ishvara because karma produces Apurva, and this Apurva, through that the connection is there for the phala which comes later. So once they argue like this, Bhashyakara says you don't have to, when Ishvara is already there and Ishvara is the karma phala data, so Ishvara will take care of giving you that phalam later for the karma you have done. You don't have to propose a new thing called Apurva. It is Kalpana Adhikyam. Like that he says. He gives a objection saying it is over. It is over imagination. Okay, Kalpana Adhikyam. Which only in modern times we say as Occam's razor and all that. Okay. So Occam's razor means what? Whatever you can explain with fewer entities and in a simple manner. For that, you don't have to propose more entities or more assumptions and make it more complex, right? A complex explanation is less likely to be true. So, general logical thinking is that the simplest thing which explains a phenomena is the truth or whatever it is, the reality. So, that's what here also he is using that principle. He is saying you don't have to propose two Chaitanya, correct? It is unnecessary. It is Kalpana Adhikyam really in Bhashyakara's language. And further what? So it is useless really. And it is Apramanatva also because it is not supported by Shruti etc. And it is complicated. That is the part I am saying. It is not a simple explanation. Gaurava Avahatva means it brings in complexity. Okay. So all these doshas are there in Chaitanya Dvaya Kalpana. If you imagine two Chaitanyas. So that's what he is further explaining. Kim ekena chaitanyena sarvartha nirvahanam na bhavati yena chaitanyantaram kalpaye. So by proposing only one chaitanya, what is it that you are not able to explain or whatever you are able to account for? Okay, due to which you have to now actually imagine another chaitanya. That's what he is asking. There is no need of imagining another chaitanyam. One chaitanyam is good enough to explain everything, to to actually account for everything. Okay. Kincha kim atmanaha swarupabhutam chaitanyam swayam prakasham yadva swabhavabhutam. Okay, further now we are asking, if you are saying Chaitanya Dvaya is there, which is really swayam prakasha? Okay, the Swarupa Swarupa Chaitanyam is swayam prakasha, because he said that this Chaitanya is whatever Atma Swabhava, and that alone is called swayam prakasha also. Correct? Swayam prakashatvam is Chaitanyam. Now, which Chaitanyam is swayam prakasha? Now you tell me. Okay, means Adye aswayam prakasha jnana swabhavaha eva atma iti praptam. If you say the Swarupa Bhuta Chaitanya is swayam prakasha, then the Chaitanya which is Swabhava Bhuta, correct, you are proposing, will become not swayam prakasha. Okay, and Atma will become something which is having a dharma of a Chaitanya as a dharma which is not swayam prakasha, like that. So that is anishta, that is not desirable. Okay. So aswayam prakasha jnana swabhavaha eva atma. So atma as a swabhava of jnana or chaitanya which is not swayam prakasha. Like that it will become, that is anishta. Dvitiye swabhava bhuta jnanasya jnana swabhavatva rupam swayam prakashatvam katham. If you say no, no, only the swabhava bhuta jnana or chaitanya is swayam prakasha, then we ask, how can it be swayam prakasha? Okay, katham swayam prakashatvam? For that which is only a guna or dharma, are you proposing another dharma or guna? Because guna cannot have another guna. Okay, even according to Nayayikas. So, nahi swabhava bhute jnane swabhava bhutam jnanantaram asti. So that's what we are saying. You cannot have that which is a swabhava, means here dharma or guna itself is having another jnana or whatever, swayam prakashatvam itself is chaitanyam, he is saying. So one jnanam is having another as the whatever guna. One guna is having another guna, or one swabhava is having another swabhava. Like that, it will come and it will lead to all kinds of issues. Okay, and anavastha dosha also. So, if you say it is like that, okay, we are saying it cannot be like that. One swabhava bhuta jnana cannot have another swabhava bhuta jnana. If he says it is like that, then it will become anavastha will come, correct? What about the other? What about the other? If you keep on asking, you go into infinite regress. Further, what? Atmanah swarupa bhutasyapi chaitanyasya swayam prakashatvam na chaitanya swabhavatvarupam twaduktam chaitanye chaitanya yoga. Also, if you say no, no, okay, it is Atmana, the swarupa bhuta chaitanya only is swayam prakasha. Let us say, okay, whatever is the Atma swarupa bhuta chaitanya, that has the swayam prakashatvam. Even that there is a problem. Okay. Na chaitanya swabhavatva rupam twaduktam chaitanye chaitanya yoga. So even then what? In the chaitanya you are having another chaitanya, like that it will become. Okay. So that will also be a problem. So whichever way, because you have said, what you have said is chaitanya is swaprakashatvam, correct? So now you are saying the Swarupa Bhuta Atma Chaitanya is having Swaprakashatvam, means according to you it is having Chaitanyatvam or Chaitanya, Chetanatvam. So that means one Chaitanya is having another Chaitanya as a dharma or swabhava, and that will become ayoga. So that's why he is saying Nacha Jnane Jnanatvam Vartate Tadeva Swayam Prakashatvam iti Vachyam. Okay, now once we say this, see, all these Nayayikas and all, they do say that Ghata as Ghatatvam, which is very weird. Okay, Ghata, if Ghata is already having Ghatatvam, only it is Ghata. And again you are saying Ghata only as Ghatatvam. You separate out Ghatatvam from Ghata and saying Ghata is having Ghatatvam. Like that, these people are saying Jnana has jnanatvam, and that jnanatvam only is swaprakashatvam also. There is no difference between jnanatvam and swaprakashatvam. That's what we are saying. So jnane jnanatvam vartate. Jnana has jnanatvam, like ghata having ghatatvam. And that jnanatvam alone, synonymous, it is synonymously called as swayam prakashatvam. Like that, why we cannot say? Mean you cannot say that. Na vachyam, why? Swayam prakasham jnanamiti uktam. Tatra jnanam visheshyam स्वयं प्रकाशम विशेषणमिति कृत्वा कथम स्वयं प्रकाशत्वं ज्ञानत्वं भवेत्. So what we are saying is swayam prakasham. This jnana is swayam prakasha. Like that it was said. It is like saying the flower is blue, correct? So there jnana is the visheshya, like even the flower is the qualified. Here jnana is the qualified and swayam prakasha is the quality. Okay. Self luminosity, which is swayam prakasha, is the quality. So swayam prakasham visheshanam iti kritva katham swayam prakashatvam jnanatvam. So both of them cannot be same then. The jnanatvam, it is like saying utpalatvam is nilatvam, correct? Which is not true. So that's what he is pointing out now. Nahi nilatvam. So nahi nilam utpalam iti sthite utpalatvam eva nilatvam bhavet. So once you say nilam utpalam, in that nilam is visheshya. Utpalam is visheshya, nilam is visheshana. And there you cannot say utpalatvam and nilatvam are same, correct? So utpalatvam eva nilatvam na bhavet. So once we say this, now they are bringing in another interesting logic. Okay, he is saying nanu nilotpala atirikta nila ratnadi padarthantara satvat tatra nilatvam utpalatvam mabhut nama. Okay. So what he is saying? See, there is nilotpalam, fine. But there is also Nila Ratna. Like that, Nilatvam is found in many other places. Therefore, Nilatvam and Utpalatvam, let it be. They are different, okay? Nilatvam, Utpalatvam, Mabhut. Let the Nilatvam need not be, let it not be Utpalatvam, let it be like that, okay? Mabhut Nama. But the other one is what? Prakritetu. In the case of the Chaitanyam and Swayam Prakashatvam, it cannot be like that, he is saying. So, Prakritetu. स्वयं प्रकाश ज्ञान अतिरिक्त स्वयं प्रकाश पदार्थांतर अभावात् स्वयं प्रकाशत्वं ज्ञानत्वं भवति एव इति चेत् हन्त. Okay, so now he is saying, but in the case of swayam prakashatvam and jnana, there is nothing which is swayam prakasha other than jnana. Therefore, they are always together, and there is nothing other than the jnanam. None of the other things are swayam prakasha. Therefore, we can say that Swayam Prakashatvam and Jnanatvam are one and the same. Okay, Swayam Prakashatvam Jnanatvam Bhavati Eva. Like this, if you say, then what? Hanta, wait. Okay, then what happens to your contention? This Atma is a Jnatra, correct? The Jnatra Atma will now become, it will not be Swayam Prakasha anymore, correct? That's what he is pointing out. Tarhi Jnana Atiriktasya Jnatuhu Atmanaha Swayam Prakashatvam Parahatameva. So wait. If you say this, then what happens to the Atma being the knower? If knowledge or jnanam alone is Swayam Prakasha, the knower will no more be Swayam Prakasha. Therefore, Atma will not be Swayam Prakasha anymore. That will be negated. Okay, Parahatameva Jnatuhu Atmana Swayam Prakashatvam. So Atma will no more be Swayam Prakasha if you say this. Then what? Yadi tu jnane jnanatvam Swayam Prakashatvam ज्ञात्री तो ज्ञातृत्वं ज्ञानगुणकत्वरूपम् इति भेदः कल्प्यते तर्हि ज्ञाने ज्ञातरि च स्वयं प्रकाशे अनुगतं स्वयं प्रकाशत्वं ब्रूहि नहि अननुगमः इष्टः. Okay, what he is saying is this jnana is jnanatvam. In the jnana, jnanatvam is there and that alone is swayam prakashatvam. Correct? That's what you are saying. If you say this, yaditu jnane jnanatvam swayam prakashatvam. So whatever jnanatvam is there in jnana, that alone is swayam prakashatvam. If you say that, then jnatari, the one who is the knower, has only knowership, correct? Or knowerness. Jnatritvam only is there, and he can have jnana as a guna, swayam prakashatvam as a guna, correct? Jnana gunakatva rupam iti bhedaha kalpyate. So if you have this bheda, then both jnana and jnata cannot be swayam prakasha, correct? The swayam, or if you say both are swayam prakasha, like neelam utpalam and neela ratna, like that it can be there, then the swayam prakasha becomes a separate thing which is inhering in both jnanam and jnata, correct? So anugata, it is flowing into jnanam also, and it is there in jnata in more than one place. Like even the blueness is there in more than one place, correct? It is anugatam. Blueness is there in flower also, it is there in a jewel or ratna or whatever precious stone. So then you have to tell me about the Swayam Prakasha. What is its Lakshana? Okay, which is there in both Jnana and Jnata. But if you say no, no, it does the same Swayam Prakasha does not go into both, correct? Nahi ananugamaha ishtaha. So if you say it is not the same Swayam Prakasha which is there in Jnanam and Jnata, then it is not ishta. It is not desirable. In fact, you have to then give different lakshanas for both, correct? It's like saying one cow is having a cowness which is different from another cow's cowness or something like that. Once you say cowness becomes a class, correct? It has to then, in every instance, it has to be there if you go by our object-oriented programming, correct? So you cannot say, no, this cowness is different from that cowness. Then it will become a problem. In fact, even in programming, it becomes a problem sometimes because the same class loaded by different class loaders can become a problem. It may not be the same. Anyway, we don't have to get into all that. So what we are saying is, it cannot be the ananugama cannot be there. If you say ananugamaha is there, that means the same swayam prakashatvam is not there in jnanam and jnata. That is not ishta. Once we say this, now they are coming back. He is saying nacha tava matepi yatha deepa samvidaha swayam prakashatva ananugamaha tata man matepi iti deepa samvid nyatrinam iti vachyam. So now he is saying even you are saying deepa also is swayam prakasha and samvid also is swayam prakasha, but those two swayam prakashas are not same, correct? So in your mata also you are having different types of swayam prakasha for deepa and atma or samvit or chaitanya. Similarly, in mine also, why can't it be that there is a Deepa also is Swayam Prakasha, Samvit also is Swayam Prakasha, and Jnata also is Swayam Prakasha, but these are all not the same. Let it be. Okay, let it Ananugama, let it be there. It need not, the same thing need not flow, or the same thing need not be there in the Deepa, in the Jnanam and the Jnata. Means you cannot say that. Why? Because our mata is that man mate samvidanyasya swayam prakasha vastunaha anabhyupagama. So we do not accept any entity which is swayam prakasha other than the samvit or chaitanyam. Chaitanyam alone is swayam prakasha. That's why he is even quoting. The Shruti is there, correct? Tameva bhantam anubhati sarvam tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati. Iti Shrutehe. So this comes in many places. It's there in the Mundaka Shruti. It's there in the Kathopanishad also. And it comes in other places also. In general, in the Aranyaka, in Taittiriya Aranyaka and all, it is there. So, once we say this, interestingly, they take one part of this. Tasya bhasa is there here, correct? So, once you quote the Shruti, Tasya bhasa is there. That means there is a Shashti is there. And Tasya means whose Atmanaha bhasa, let us take, okay? Atma's light, okay? And Atma's shine alone is shining everywhere. Means then Atma is different from this bhasa. It becomes correct. So now he is holding on to that. He is saying, Nacha tasya bhaseti samvid atmanoho bedaha iti vachyam. So now he is pointing out, see, even in your own Shruti quote, tasya bhasa, like that it is there. Thus what? This this bhasa which is samvid and atma which is like tat, they are two different things. There is a difference between atma and samvid. Your quotation itself is saying that. Means you can't say that. Why we say Raho Shiravat? So Raho Shirahitivat Aupacharikatvat Tasya. It is like saying Rahu's head. Rahu itself is only head. Correct? Like that. Tasya Bhasa and all is only figurative Shashti here. So it doesn't really mean that this Chaitanyam and Atma are two different things, or one is the quality and another is qualified. Okay, once we say this what? Nanu yadi evam samvid eka eva swayam prakasha tarhi दीपादेहे स्वयं प्रकाशत्व स्वयं प्रकाशता ओके स्वयं प्रकाशत्व प्रथा कुतः इति चेत् उच्यते okay see if samvid alone is swayam prakasha if you claim then but deepadi also is taken as swayam prakasha correct it is there in the regular language and all that in the vyavahara we do say that deepa is swayam prakasha particularly in comparison to something else like a pot correct pot is not swayam prakasha and but deepa is required for you to see the pot but you don't require another deepa to see the deepa therefore it is swayam prakasha. So then how do you explain this? So then we say there is apekshika swayam prakashatvam. Okay, but really atma alone is swayam prakasha without depending on anything, without any apeksha. So अथ कथम दीपस्य स्वयं प्रकाशत्व अभावः इति उच्यते. तो इति चेत् ओके नो कुतः इति चेत् उच्यते यथा घटं द्रष्टुं पुरुषः दीपम् अपेक्षते तथा दीपं द्रष्टुं पुरुषः न दीपान्तरम् अपेक्षते इति दीपस्य स्वयं प्रकाशत्वम् इति. So once you ask like this we say like even the pot, to see the pot you require the deepa or the lamp. A person requires a lamp to see the pot. Like that you don't require another deepa to see the deepa itself. So deepam drashtum purushana deepantaram apekshate iti deepasya swayam prakasha. So in this manner deepa is swayam prakasha. But also atha katam deepasya swayam prakasha to abhavaha iti uchyate. But deepa is not really swayam prakasha. That also now we are saying how ghatam drashtum deepasya iva deepam drashtum api chakshushaha asti apeksha iti. So with reference to gata relatively it is swayam prakasha. But even to see the deepa, there is a dependency on your eyes, correct? Without the eyes functioning, you cannot see both the deepa and the ghata. So the deepa also has an apeksha on the eyes for it to be seen. So in this manner, it cannot be really said that it is swayam prakasha. So yetena yam drashtum anya apeksha nasti sa swayam prakasha iti siddham. So what is really ultimately swayam prakasha is to see that or to know that you should not have dependency on anything else. Like that, the only thing which is there is Atma alone is there. Okay. Atma is the only thing. You don't require any other intervening pramana to be known. In fact, yes, yet sakshat, aparokshat, Brahma like that. So there the sakshat means Bhashyakara gives the meaning that directly it is known means what is sakshat means directly known. If you say what is the meaning of direct, further he gives for everything else you require a pramana vyapara or a pramana to know. that itself becomes an intermediary, correct? It is not direct. To know something, if you require a pramana, that itself is a problem actually. In fact, that only makes us alpajnaha also. But this Atma is the only thing which does not even require a pramana vyapara. It is there always. And that's why it need not be known as an object also. It cannot be known as an object, but it need not be known as an object. So, Swayam Prakashatam, that's why Bhashyakara says, it is also not like Atma is knowing itself as an object. Then it will become Kartri Karma Virodha will come. That also we don't accept. Understand that. That is the beauty of this Swayam Prakash. Atma is Chaitanya Swarupa. That's it. It keeps shining always. And that is the Swayam Prakashatvam we talk about. So that alone is really Swayam Prakasha because it doesn't have apeksha on anything or dependency on anything to be known. So, yetena yam drashtum anya apeksha nasti sa Swayam Prakasha iti siddham. So this he has established. Further what? Tathacha ananya adhina prakashatvam Swayam Prakashatvam iti phalitam. So Ananya Adhina Prakashatvam means what? Anya Adhina means again depending on something. Ananya Adhina means not depending on anything to shine. That alone is Swayam Prakasha. Like that, it is now established. Idam eva maya pragapi uktam. This only I said already is saying. Ananya avabhasyatvam swaprakashatvam iti. So he already defined swaprakashatvam as Ananya avabhasya. Okay. And also that which shines on everything and that doesn't require anything else to shine on itself. That alone is Swayam Prakasha, like that and all he gave. So Ananya Avabhasyatvam is a Lakshana for Swayam Prakashatvam, and this is there only in Atma, and this Lakshana we have already given. Okay. So Nacha evam Atmanam drashtumapi manasaha shastrasya cha apeksha asti iti katam Atma tu Atma tvayam Atma Swayam Prakasha iti vachyam. So now they are asking, see, Manasa Eva Anudrashtavyam and all is there in the Shruti. Okay. So how can you say when the Shastra itself is saying that this Atma has to be seen with the Shastra and Guru, etc., we say that that mind, which is Shastra, Guru, Vakya, Samskrita, Manaha and all that, correct? And which is having all the sadhana chatushtaya, that mind, with that only one has to see this Atma means what is then how can it be Swayam Prakasha? Because it has dependency on the mind. So like this, they are raising the objection, even that they cannot raise. Now Vachyam. Why? Yaha Atmanam Manasa Shastrena Ya Didrikshati Tasya Atmanaha Karanasya Aparat Purvameva Siddhatvena. Okay. So Purvameva Siddhatve. Okay. So Siddhatvena Ananya Apekshatvat Atma Darshanasya. So what we are saying is this Manasa eva Anudrashtavyam and all is there, correct? But even that does not establish the existence of Atma. Because the one who desires to see this Atma through the mind, which is purified or which is matured enough, correct, and which is having this Shastra and Guru Vakya also, Chanita Vritti, that is the Atma we are talking about, correct? The Didrikshu means what? One who wants to see this Atma or one who wants to know this Atma itself is already established. His or her existence has to be already established. Then only they can even go on this pursuit. And then the Karana Vyapara and all happens, correct? Tasya Atmanaha Karana Vyapara Vyaparat Purvameva So that Atma only is doing the Karana Vyapara, or the Manas is the Antakarana, correct? That Antakarana Vyapara is done by which person? That person's existence is already established. Purvameva Siddhatvena Ananya Apekshatvad Atma Darshanasya. Therefore, Atma Darshana are establishing the existence of Atma does not require anything, it's not dependent on anything else. In fact, even this Atma Darshanam is really is getting rid of all the wrong notions about this Atma, correct? It is basically getting rid of Atma Darshana and on the Dehadi, really speaking. And Atma is as it is already established only. It is Swatasiddha, Swaprakasha, that's what we say. So, therefore, what he is finally saying, Tatha Nyayam Drashtum Karana Apeksha Asti Natu Jnanamiti Jnanam Suprakasham Eva Tadeva Atma Chaiti. So, what we are saying is, therefore, what? Only an object which has to be known, for that the Karana Apeksha is there. Atma is actually behind all the Karanas also, and it is beyond all the Karanas. And it's to establish the existence of this Atma, you do not require any Karana Vyapara or anything, and therefore this Jnana is not Karana Apeksha, therefore it is Swaprakasha, and that Swaprakasha Jnanam alone is Atma. Like this, we can establish. Okay, further we'll see in the next class. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.
धन्यवाद.